What's up, everybody? It's your girl Candace Rose, and here we are back with another video. Yeah, I just wanted to express my extreme gratitude, everybody who checked out the short film Out the Window. If you haven't already, you can check it out. It came out on Halloween, so it's been out almost a week at this point, 2 days shy of a week. Yeah, it's a horror comedy starring Keto.
Don't be a Samantha.
I thought it went pretty well. I've been getting some good feedback from it. The only negative thing is that everybody seems to want a part 2 or wished it was longer. So we haven't really discussed the part 2, so I cannot confirm or deny whether that'll be happening. But I can say that Keto loved it. He loved the process, and he had a really good time. I had a really good time. It was a really good vibe on set. Everything was going well, and yeah, it was just a really fun project. Shout outs to Zach for being really patient and really listening to the shots that I wanted. A lot of people talk about the mirror scene. It's something I specifically said I wanted. Shout outs to him for executing that so well, perfectly. We had to walk through it a couple times without recording it before we actually recorded it, and I'm just so happy we took the time to do that because it paid off. Everybody talks about that shot, and I'm so happy that we got to execute it well. So shout outs to Zach, shout outs to Keto, shout outs to my cousin Dan, because I needed a antagonist or villain, if you will, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll pull up." So he pulled up. We had to get him out of there, not relatively soon, but by a certain time. So, I'm happy he made the time to help me get it done. And yeah, as far as the length of the videos, because even if I was to drop the first short I did, that I'm still kind of waiting for festival decisions. Even with that short, that is legitimately a short, and a lot of people don't know this, but shorts can run from 5 to I think about 40 minutes or something like that, and both shorts are probably under 10. No, both shorts are definitely under 10. I think they're both under 7, actually. So, with the credits included. So, it's just kind of, we just have to, we're working our way up to longer things. Right now, I would have to write a brand new short. I wrote some other stuff that, is longer, but I would have to write a brand new short or some type of series or something to just garner that level of production. And yeah, I just really want to come on here and thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing. It's been great to see everybody's feedback and how everybody feels about this project, which could legitimately in a way be my internet debut of my directing style. If you know me, I directed it, I wrote it, I edited and color graded it all myself. And hopefully in the future I don't have to do that. But that is what it is right now. I'm happy you guys loved it, and I would love, 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 love for you guys to stick around for what I'm doing next. And yeah, that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. Since we're here, let's talk about the film festival. So, if you guys have been here long enough and that sort of thing, you know that I went to ABFF and I had a blast. It's my first time going to a film festival. I made a new friend, and we're cool to this day. Well, I said to this day like it's been years, but we talk almost every day. And yeah, I met a whole bunch of people there. Some people that I saw at this most recent film festival, the Michaud Film Festival. This one was in LA, and yeah, I'm just gonna tell you some tips and tricks, or just like tell you my experience, and you take what you will from that information. First things first, get a hotel close to the festival. Now, I'm not going to say, depending on the size of the film festival, how well known the film festival is whether the prices will hike up because said film festival, but be as close to the film festival as possible because you will save a whole bunch of money in transportation if you are just walking distance. So a lot of times I walked from my hotel room to the film festival, a couple blocks, maybe like 3, 4 in Miami. I couldn't do that in LA. I was taking Ubers. Now my Ubers were most of the time under $10. If it was more than 10, it was like 11, quite honestly. But every time I wanted to go to the room for something, every time I wanted to, like, there was like a break in the schedule, I didn't really have anything going on or what have you, I had to take an Uber to and from. But later in the festival, I looked up and Danny and them had a car, so sometimes I would be getting dropped back to my hotel room before they went about their business, and I looked up and saved about $10 a day. But just based on that logic, we're talking about $30 a day in transportation because it was not walkable. So that's one thing. Two, get a fridge. At bare minimum, you need a fridge and microwave. If you have like a Airbnb kind of suite kind of situation, that would be ideal because then you can make your own breakfast. But if that is not an option, or if you do not have a hotel with breakfast, and honestly, I'll take the fridge over the hotel with breakfast. But yeah, if you do not have a hotel with breakfast, I strongly suggest get a hotel and make sure they have a fridge and a microwave. My hotel did not have a fridge and microwave, and they had a little bootleg breakfast, and I was very annoyed about that. And we're talking about it now. It reminded me to leave a review so that other people don't get caught up in that. But I digress. Make sure those things are situated. Like, make sure all of that. Read the reviews. Read the reviews. Read the reviews. Now, I did see, for my hotel specifically, I did see that the reviews said that their breakfast is very poor. It wasn't not a good breakfast. So my expectations for the breakfast was very low. It wasn't as low as what I witnessed, but it was very low. So I was annoyed, but I wasn't too upset. It is what it is. I was in LA. I just went and got food. Wasn't a big deal. Now that's just my situation. Other people have other situations. It is what it is. So I gave you the tips. Do with it what you will. Make sure that is the case. Hotel is close as you can get it, and having a comfortable living situation. And yeah, make sure you have a fridge and a microwave for leftovers. Okay, make sure you check the weather. And when I say check the weather, I'm not talking about the overall forecast for the day. Check for the patterns of the weather. Like, check for the range of temperature that the day goes through. Now, in Miami, in June, it was hot. And then it was raining a lot, so it was humid. It was like very sticky over there. It was very crazy. In LA, it was warm in the daytime, and then it would get cold at night. Now, we're talking about two different seasons of the year, yes. However, people don't expect LA to get cold. LA gets cold. I had to turn on my heater in the room turn on my heat in the room because LA gets cold. And it was dropping to about like 50, 60 degrees at night and going up to like 70s, 80s during the day. So be aware of the temperature, pack accordingly, so that you're not like blindsided. I packed accordingly, but as a girl who likes to have a lot of options, I felt like I didn't pack enough because I didn't want to check a bag. So I just did the carry-on situation, which I ended up checking the bag anyway. But yeah, make sure you pack responsibly. Check the weather. Shoes, ladies. Yes, you want to wear the cute heels. Fine. I suggest get about 3-inch heels because it's very surprising how much you walk in film festivals. So get about, even if you're going to an event, it's a lot of like standing in one place kind of situation. So get you about 3-inch heels or so if you want to. Flats are acceptable if they're nice enough. Mules, all those things. Sneakers are fine. Would I necessarily wear runners? It kind of depends on the rest of my outfit, but personally, my personal style, I like to dress a little on the like cute but kind of dressy style, or like street but kind of dressy style. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain like my style overall, but you know, the obvious: look put together, look well polished, get your nails done, etc., etc., all of those things. But yeah, 3 inches or below. Because what you don't want to do is be the girl who took her nails. Be the girl who took her heels off and we're not in a party. Like, we're at a mixer and stuff. Like, that is arguably worse than taking off your shoes at a club, in my opinion. Some might say taking, because of like hygiene and all that, taking them off at a club is worse. But I think that just the optics of you taking your shoes off in a mixer just looks a little. It looks like you shouldn't have worn them. So I would say that, again, this is my feedback. Do what you want with the information. Also, and this is for any mixer, networking event, job fair, doesn't really matter. Have something to talk about. Even if you pre-prepared it in your head, come prepared. Like, have something to talk about, have something to offer, have something to say, something to add to a conversation, some experience that you might have recently had. Because when you're at a film festival, everybody asks you the same 3 questions after the name situation. What do you do? Do you have anything in the film festival? What brings you to the film festival? Those are your 3 questions. Those are your 3 questions that everybody asks you. So, for example, what do you do? I always say, I'm a director and a colorist. That is what I do, right? So, me personally, I am hireable at that point. You may not hire me to be a director, because a lot of people that you do meet are directors or actors who want to direct or have a story or whatever. But I have a niche skill as well. So I come off very hireable. So director, colorist. Boom. Do you have a film here? No, I don't have a film here. And you can say, for me, I don't have a film here. I entered in one, but it didn't get picked up. Blah, 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 blah. I could say all that. I could just leave it at no and then move on to the next question. Because what I would usually do is I would pivot instead of explaining that they didn't pick up my short. I would say, no, I don't have a film here. I'm actually here supporting my friend Danny, which is true. Okay, so next I'm gonna say is plan your day. A film festival is not a situation where you can just show up and figure it out, because a lot of things will not go your way, especially if you are friends with somebody else who is there. Plot out what needs to happen, what you don't care happens. Plot that out. So if I know that I personally need to go to a certain screening, I figure out what screening, what day, blah, 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 right? I know that. Block it off. Is there anything else I was checking for? So for this film festival specifically, well, for film festivals, my angle, I would say, is panels. I prioritize the panels. More than likely, the film festival streams everything that was played. They stream it on like a private streaming service, or maybe, if you didn't go, you can pay to watch all the screenings and stuff like that. But I prioritize the panels. ABFF is a little bit more difficult to plot out because there's a lot of overlap in panels as well as movies going. It's a little more difficult. The Miss Show was a little easier because even though there were a few panels, they weren't really overlapping. Maybe you'll miss a panel because you were at a Q&A from a previous panel. All those things do happen. Maybe you'll miss a screening because you were at a panel. Those things do happen as well, which is why I'm like, plot out your day. And most things are first come, first serve. Most things are first come, first serve in terms of seating. So there are no lines, really. Like there are lines, but it's kind of like everybody's moving and doing stuff. So once they run out of seats, they just lock it down and tell you they're full. And then that's it. You missed it. You can go in after it starts, but that doesn't mean you're going to find a seat. And that doesn't mean they'll let you in if they know that it's full. They do have the clicker. They do count how many people go in there. So that being said, plot out your day. Also, you need to plot out your day so you can plot out when you want to eat. You will eat less at these film festivals. You will not have the best diet. You will eat less because you are moving and shaking. If you prioritize breakfast, make sure you eat a good breakfast that's going to hold you over to later in the day. Fine. You had a good breakfast and you're going in for lunch, or you're taking a break from the film festival to get lunch, even if it's a quick lunch. That's fine too. Film festivals, they do not feed you. They feed you at like the little marketing mixers. They feed you there, and they give you drinks there as well. But that's just, it is what it is, and that's the name of the game. Once you buy your ticket and stuff, I will say both film festivals come with a lot of free things, but quite honestly, you got to plot out your day so you make sure you're eating. And at the end of the day, you might be so tired you don't eat. You just want to go back to your hotel and lay down. No, you have to get dinner. You have to get dinner. Even if it's not a sit down and eat dinner, which you probably won't want anyway, grab something, anything, and then go back to your hotel room. And you have to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful of how much water you're drinking and all of those things. You are going to be moving that whole time. You're going to be having a great time meeting so much people, meeting people who are like where you are, ahead of you, doing something else, like so many people. And I mean ahead, just like further along in their journey, so to speak, which, you're supposed to focus on your own journey, but you can objectively see when somebody's a little further ahead. Yeah, just like in a non-comparison kind of situation. But you're going to have a great time. I am so happy for you for deciding to go, or just deciding to listen to me talk about it. And yeah, don't forget to have fun. And make sure you get people's phone numbers, Instagrams, whatever. Create an opportunity or a reason for them to like keep you in mind. And when you send follow-up messages, make sure you mention whatever y'all talked about in that conversation to spring their memory of who you are. Because just like you met a lot of people, they met a lot of people. When they give you their number or vice versa, make sure you text each other your full names, because you can say your name is Megan or Caitlin or Catherine, and I know 2 other Megan, Caitlin, Catherines, or like 3 other Candaces. Make sure you say last name as well, And then when you follow up the text or follow up Instagram, DM, say that. Like, tell them what's going on. Tell them, like, hey, it was so great to meet you. Excited to see what you do next. Or, you know, really happy for you and your film. Let me know what you got going on next. Maybe I can help in some way. If y'all talked about working together, you say you look forward to working with them in the future. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. But yes, so without further ado, those are my off the top tips. If I missed anything, feel free to comment in the description, in the comment section below. Comment below. Whew. If I missed anything, or if you just want to add something to the conversation or just agree, feel free to comment. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Hit the bell notifications to know when the next video is coming out. And I'll see you guys next time.